Hello everyone, I am Sarij Tulfikar and today I am going to solve the past papers of ICATS Mathematics Contest, session 2025 for grades 7 and 8. Question number 1, a group of 5 friends decides to go on a picnic. They bring 3 baskets of fruits, each containing 24 fruits. During the picnic, they eat 18 fruits and use 12 fruits to make juice. Later, they find 6 fruits spoiled. How many fruits are left in total? Option A is 30 fruits, option B is 36 fruits, option C is 42 fruits, and option D is 48 fruits. So it's mentioned over there that they brought 3 baskets of fruits, each containing 24 fruits. So we will multiply 3 by 24 to find out the total number of fruits, which is 72. Now during the picnic, they ate 18 fruits, used 12 fruits to make juice, and 6 fruits were spoiled. So we will subtract these numbers out of the total number of fruits, which is 72. So the remaining fruits are 36. So we will select option B here. There are 36 fruits left in total. Question number 2. An art instructor kept track of the total number of pictures painted by each student enrolled in his class. How many people painted more than 4 pictures? Option A is 8 people, option B is 10 people, option C is 11 people, and option D is 13 people. So as we are interested in the number of people who painted more than 4 pictures, so we will consider the last 2 points of the chart, which are 5 and 6. Now let's count the number of crosses for 5 and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 11. So there are 11 people who have painted more than 4 pictures. So we will select option C here, 11 people. Question number 3. Sarah had a bag of cherries. She ate 5 cherries, then gave half of what she had left to Liam. Liam ate 5 of his cherries, then gave half of what he had left to Amy. Amy got 2 cherries at the end. How many cherries did Sarah have in her bag at the start? So here, option A is 9 cherries, option B is 18 cherries, option C is 23 cherries, and option D is 28 cherries. Let x be the total number of cherries, as Sarah has eaten 5 cherries out of the total, so we can write x minus 5. Then she gave half of the leftover cherries to Liam, so we can make our equation like that. After that, Liam ate 5 cherries, so we will subtract 5 out of this. And then he gave half of the leftover cherries to Amy, so we can write 1 by 2 in the start of this expression. Then at the end, Amy got 2 cherries. Now, according to the condition, we can make our equation like this. Here, we can see that 2 is in the denominator of the first term, so we can make LCM over here. So this 5 will turn into 10. Now, here we can see that these 2 2's are in the denominators. 2 2's are 4, and 4 will be multiplied on the other side of the equal, because we have to find out the value of x. So it will be 8 is equal to x minus 5 minus 10. So if we solve the equation for the value of x, the answer is 23. So we can say that there are 23 cherries in the bag at the start. So option C is the correct option here. Question 4. A team from the college went on a science and math quiz show. The science questions were worth 1 point and the math questions were worth 6 points. The team answered a total of 6 questions and earned 26 points. How many questions did the team answer in each category? Option A is 2 science, 4 maths. Option B is 4 science, 2 maths. Option C is 3 science, 3 maths. And option D is 1 science, 5 maths. So here let M is representing the math questions and S is representing the science questions. We know that they got 26 points in total. And one math question is worth of 6 points and one science question's worth is 1 point. So we can make our first equation like this. 6m plus 1s is equal to 26. This is our equation 1. Now it is mentioned that they have attempted total 6 questions. We do not know the number of the questions, but we know the total. So we can form our second equation over here, which is m plus s is equal to 6. Now we can subtract equation 2 out of equation 1. and s will be cancelled. So our final equation will be like 5m is equal to 20. 5 will be moved on the other side of the equal to find out the value of m. So as here it is multiplying by m, so on the other side of the equal it will divide 20. So the final answer is 4. Now we can say that there are 4 mathematics sums. If we put the value of math questions in equation 2, we can simply find out the number of questions of science as well. 4 will be moved on the other side. 6 minus 4 is equal to 2. So there are 2 science questions. So we will select option A here. There were 2 science questions and 4 math questions, which is our option A. Question number 5. Of the students in Carla's class, 4 like to eat macaroni and cheese and 4 like to eat pancakes. 2 students like to eat both macaroni and cheese and pancakes. How many students like to eat pancakes but not macaroni and cheese? Option A is 0 students, option B is 2 students, option C is 4 students, and option D is 6 students. So we have written the given information at the top, and we can draw a Venn diagram according to the given information, as it was given that 4 students liked macaroni and cheese. So we have written 4 in the center of the macaroni and cheese circles. Then 4 students like to eat pancakes, and 2 students like to eat both macaroni and cheese and pancakes. So we have to split 4 into 2 parts, like 2 and 2, because 4 students like to eat pancakes, but out of those 4, 2 students like to eat pancakes, macaronis and cheese. So that's why we have written the 2 in the center of all 3 circles, and the remaining 2 will come only in the part of that is related to pancakes. So we can say that 2 students like to eat pancakes but not macaronis and cheese. So we will select option B over here, 2 students. Question number 6. Isha is picking flowers in the garden. She picked 1 flower from the first bush, 2 flowers from the second bush, 4 flowers from the third bush, and 8 flowers from the fourth bush. If this pattern continues, how many flowers will Isha pick from the fifth bush? Option A is 10 flowers, option B is 12 flowers, option C is 14 flowers, and option D is 16 flowers. Here, as it is given that first time she picked 1, then second time 2, third time 4, and fourth time 8 flowers. So every time number is doubled. So double of 8 is 16. The next number will be 16. So she will pick 16 flowers from the fifth bush. Number 7. Mr. Lee has 4 daughters. Each of his daughters has 1 brother. How many children does Mr. Lee have? Option A is 4 children, option B is 5 children, option C is 6 children, and option D is 7 children. Here, Mr. Lee have 5 children, out of which 4 are daughters and 1 is son. So that 1 son is a brother for all 4 daughters. So we can say that Mr. Lee have 5 children. So we'll select option B here. Question number 8. A bookseller is allowing a rupees 10 discount on a 25 rupees book. What percent discount is he offering? Option A is 10%, option B is 20%, option C is 30%, and option D is 40%. So here we will use the unitary method. For 25 rupees book, the discount is 10 rupees. For 1 rupees book, the discount is 10 by 25. So as we have to find out the percentage here, so we have to multiply 100 by the fraction. So we can say that for 100 rupees book, the discount is 40%. So the percentage of discount is 40%. That is our option D here. Question number 9. A fox says to a rabbit, 3 years ago, I was 4 times as old as you. In 3 years, I'll be twice your age. How old is the rabbit now? Option A is 3 years, option B is 6 years, option C is 9 years, and option D is 12 years. So here, the first part of the question is that 3 years ago, I was 4 times as old as you. So according to the given condition, we will subtract 3 out of the age of fox and rabbit both. And as the fox is 4 times the rabbit's age, so we have multiplied 4 over here. Now let's move 3 on the other side of the equal. Our first equation will be ready. Now let's see the second part of the question. In 3 years, I'll be twice your age. So in 3 years means we are talking about future. So we can add 3 into the ages of fox and rabbit both. And as the fox is going to be twice of rabbit's age, so we have multiplied 2 over here. So if we move 3 on the other side, the equation 2 will be like this. And then we will compare our equation 1 and 2. Now we have to solve the equations for the value of r. So we will just solve all the variables, constants, and then at the end we will find the age of rabbit, that is 6 years. So option B is the correct option. The rabbit is 6 years old. Question number 10. A train leaves station A at 8 a.m. and travels at a constant speed of 60 kilometers per hour. Another train leaves station A at 10 a.m. and travels at the constant speed of 90 kilometers per hour. At what time will the second train catch up with the first train? Option A is 1 p.m., option B is 2 p.m., option C is 3 p.m., and option D is 12 p.m. So the speed of the train 1 is 60 kilometers per hour and the speed of the train 2 is 80 kilometers per hour. From 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. there is a difference of 2 hours, and in 2 hours the train 1 will travel 120 kilometers. We have calculated the distance by multiplying the speed of train 1, which is 60 kilometers per hour, by the time, that is 2 hours. So the train 1 will be 120 kilometers ahead of train 2. Now we have to calculate the relative speed by subtracting the speeds of both trains, which is 90 minus 60 is equal to 30 kilometers per hour. It means the train 2 closes the gap with train 1 at 30 kilometers per hour. So now the time that will be taken by train 2 to catch up the train 1, that will be calculated by dividing distance by the relative speed. So here the distance was 120 kilometers and the relative speed was 30 kilometers per hour. So that is equal to 4 hours now. As the train 2 has started the journey at 10 a.m., after 4 hours the time will be 2 p.m. So we will select our option B. The second train will catch up the first train at 2 p.m. Question number 11. A person sets a clock to the correct time at 12 noon. However, the clock loses 1 minute every hour. If the clock shows 12 noon the next day, what is the actual time? Option A is 12 p.m., option B is 12:12 p.m., option C is 12:24 p.m., and option D is 12:48 p.m. So it is mentioned in the question that it loses 1 minute in 1 hour. So we can say that the clock is 1 minute behind in 1 hour. So after 24 hours, when it shows 12 noon, the actual time will be 12:24 p.m. So we'll select option C here, 12:24 p.m. Question number 12. An alloy is 2:3 copper to tin. If 10 kg of copper is added, the ratio becomes 3:2. What was the original total weight? Option A is 10 kgs, option B is 20 kgs, option C is 30 kgs, and option D is 40 kgs. Let X be the total weight and the copper ratio tin is 2:3. So we can say our total original weight is 2x plus 3x is equal to 5x. So 10 kg of copper is added, so our new copper weight will be 2x plus 10 and the new tin weight will remain same, which is equal to 3x. Now the ratio will be 2x plus 10 divided by 3x, which is equal to the new copper and tin ratio, that is 3:2. So we can write 3:2 as 3/2. Now we will solve it to get the value of x, that is 4. So now we know that the total weight is 5x. So at the place of x we will write 4 and multiply 4 by 5, that is equal to 20 kgs. So we can say the total original weight is 20 kgs. Question number 13. The Grand Village Theatre has 25 rows of seats. Each row in the front section has 10 seats and each row in the back section has 14 seats. The front section includes the first 10 rows while the remaining rows are in the back section. During a special play, 80% of the front section seats were filled and 70% of the back section was filled. What percentage of all seats were occupied? Option A is 73.23%, option B is 72.23%, option C is 70.73%, and option D is 68.23%. So there are 25 rows of seats in the theater. Then in the front section, we have 10 rows and each row has 10 seats. So we can find out the number of seats in the first row by multiplying 10 by 10, that is equal to 100 seats. Now in the remaining rows, which is our back section as well, if we subtract 10 out of 25, the remaining rows are 15. And each row has 14 seats, so we will find out the number of the seats in the back section, which is 210. And the total number of seats are 310 here. Now we have to find out the percentage of occupied or filled seats, which will be calculated by finding out 80% of the front section seats and 70% of the back section seats. So we will find out the 80% of 100 and 70% of 210. By adding them up, we can see the total number of filled seat is 227. Now, as we have to calculate the percentage, so we will divide the number of the filled seats by the number of the total seats. That is 227 divided by 310, and then we will multiply it by 100. The answer is 73.23%. So we will select option A here. 73.23% of all the seats were occupied. Question number 14. Faiza has a 12-meter roll of fabric. She cuts 5 identical pieces and has 1.75 meters left. How long is each piece? Option A is 2.05 meters, option B is 2.25 meters, option C is 2.5 meters, and option D is 2.75 meters. Here, let x be the length of each piece. Then we can make our equation like this. As there were 5 identical pieces, so 5x plus the leftover material, which was 1.75 meters, is equal to 12 meters. So when we solve the equation for the value of x, we get 2.05 meters. So we'll select option A here. The length of each piece is 2.05 meters. Question number 15. At Oak Middle School, locker combinations are 3-digit codes with digits 0 to 9 and digits can repeat. However, the first digit cannot be 0 and the last digit must be even. How many valid locker codes are there? Option A is 400 codes, option B is 450 codes, option C is 500 codes, and option D is 900 codes. So here we can see that from 0 to 9 there are 10 digits. First place can be filled in 9 ways because we cannot write 0 over there. The second place can be filled in 10 ways because from 0 to 9 there are 10 digits. Now, according to the condition given in the question, the last digit must be even. From 0 to 9 there are 5 even numbers. So we can say the third place can be filled in 5 ways. Now to find out the total number of ways, we will multiply these 3 numbers, 9 multiplied by 10 multiplied by 5, that is equal to 450 ways. So we will select option B here. We can say that there are 450 valid codes for the locker. Question number 16. Aisha saves 25% of her $20 weekly allowance. Her older brother Isaac saves 15% of his $30. Over 4 weeks, who saves more and by how much? Option A is Aisha by $1. Option B is Isaac by $1. Option C is Aisha by $2 and option D is Isaac by $2. So here we have to find out their savings for 4 weeks. So Aisha's savings per week is 25% of $20. If we convert percentage number into decimals, it will be 0.25. And after multiplication, we get $5. Now, as we have to find out her saving for 4 weeks, so we will multiply 5 by 4, that is equal to $20. Similarly, let's find out the Ishaq saving for 1 week, which is 15% of $30. So we will convert 15% into decimal number, that is 0.15, and we will multiply by 30, that is equal to $4.5. As we have to calculate receiving for 4 weeks, so we will multiply the number by 4, that is equal to $18. Now, Aisha's saving for 4 weeks is $20 and Isaaq's saving for 4 weeks is $18. We can say that Aisha saves $2 more. So option C is the correct option over here. Question number 17. In a charity run, runners start in waves. Each wave has 50 runners and waves start 5 minutes apart. If there are 6 waves and the first starts at 8 am, what time will the last runner start? Option A is 8:25 am, option B is 8:30 am, option C is 8:35 am, and option D is 8:40 am. So it is given in the question that there are 6 waves in total and the first wave starts at 8 am. And each wave starts running with the distance of 5 minutes. So the first wave will start running at 8, the second will be 8:05, third 8:10, fourth 8:15, fifth wave will start running at 8:20, and the sixth wave, in which we will have our last runner as well, that wave will start running at 8:25. So we will select option A over here, 8:25 am. Question number 15. Jamal received a $50 gift card to buy school supplies. He bought 3 notebooks at $4.50 each, 2 sets of pens at $6.25 each, and a backpack. After his purchases, he had $9.75 left on the card. What was the cost of the backpack? Here, the total amount is $50. He bought 3 notebooks for $4.50 each, so we'll multiply 3 by 4.50. That is equal to $13.5. Then he bought 2 sets of pens, and the cost of one set of pen is $6.25. So we will multiply the numbers, and the cost of the 2 sets of pens is $12.5. So here we can form an equation. We can write the cost of 3 notebooks plus the cost of 2 sets of pens, then the leftover amount, which is $9.75, and the cost of backpack. So the cost of backpack is unknown here. We can add these values and put them equal to the total amount, which is 50. So after adding the values, we get 35.75 in total. So we'll move this value on the other side of the equal to get the value of backpack. That is $14.25. So we will select option C here. Question number 19. An author wrote a mystery novel with 7 chapters. The first chapter has 24 pages. Each chapter after the first has 6 more pages than the previous one. How many total pages are in the book? Option A is 234 pages. Option B is 252 pages. Option C is 270 pages. And option D is 294 pages. So here, the total number of pages follow arithmetic series. A is equal to 24 because first chapter has 24 pages. The total number of chapters are 7, so n is equal to 7. And the difference is 6 because each next chapter has 6 more pages than the previous one. Now, as we shall use the sum of the arithmetic series formula, so we will write it down. Let's put all the values in the given formula. After solving the given formula, we'll get 294. So we can choose option D over here. The total number of pages in the book are 294. Question number 20. A company installs internet cables along a 1.2 kilometer route. They can install 150 meters per hour. After working 4 hours, they take a 30 minutes break. Then work for 2 more hours. How much distance remains to be installed? So they had to cover 1.2 kilometers Now we have to convert kilometers into meters because we need our answer into meters. The answer is 1200 meters. Now let's calculate the number of working hours. They have worked for 4 hours and took a 30 minutes break, which we will not add here. And after the break, they worked for 2 more hours. It means the total number of working hours are 6. Now, it is given in the question that they can install 150 meters per hour. To find out the total installation, we will multiply 150 by 6, which is equal to 900 meters. It means they have covered the distance of 900 meters and the total target was 1200 meters. So we will subtract 900 meters out of 1200 meters to find out the remaining distance, which is 300 meters. So we will select option C over here. Question number 21. A Zoom call between Paris and Tokyo has an average latency of 320 milliseconds one way. A message is sent back and forth 10 times. What is the total time spent on latency? Option A is 3.2 seconds, option B is 6.4 seconds, option C is 5.6 seconds, and option D is 4.8 seconds. So 10 times back and forth means 20 times in total. So we will calculate the total latency by multiplying the number of times by the average latency of one way, that is 320 milliseconds. So the total time is 6400 milliseconds. As we can see that we have to find our answer in seconds, so we will have to convert milliseconds into seconds. So there are 1000 milliseconds in 1 second. So we will divide 6400 milliseconds by 1000 to get our answer in seconds, and that is equal to 6.4 seconds. So we will select option B here. The total time spent on latency is 6.4 seconds. Question number 22. At a summit, 5 countries exchange gifts. Each gives 2 gifts to every other country. How many gifts are exchanged? Option A is 20 gifts, option B is 40 gifts, option C is 60 gifts, and option D is 80 gifts. So here, each country gives 2 gifts to the other 4 countries. So the total number of gifts that are given by each country are 8, because 4 twos are 8. Then there are 5 countries in total, so we will multiply 5 by 8, that is equal to 40. So the gifts exchanged by all 5 countries are 40. So we will select option B over here. Question number 23. At a fluctuating exchange rate, 1 USD is equal to 0.85 euro plus 0.02 euro per day. How many euro will you get for 200 USD after 5 days? Option A is 170 euro, option B is 180 euro, option C is 190 euro, and option D is 200 euros. So here it is mentioned that 1 USD is equal to 0.85 euro plus 0.02 euro for 1 day. As we have to find it out for 5 days, so we will multiply the rate by 5, that is equal to 0.95 euro. So we can say that 1 USD will be equal to 0.95 euros after 5 days. Now as we have to find out that how many euros we will get for 200 USD, so we will multiply the number by 200, which is equal to 190 euros. So we will select option C here. Question number 24. There are 100 houses in a neighborhood numbered 1 to 100. Alex's house number is the reverse of Dave's house number. The difference between their house numbers ends with 2. What are their house numbers? Option A is 63 and 31. Option B is 24 and 42. Option C is 19 and 91. Option D is 35 and 53. So here option A is not preferred because 63 and 31 are not inverse or reverse of each other. Let's try option B here. 42 minus 24 is equal to 18. So it means it is also not correct because the difference between the house numbers ends with 2. Now let's check our option C. 19 and 91, both numbers are reverse of each other, and their difference is equal to 72, which ends with 2. So it means our option C is the correct option, but let's check option D as well. Here 35 and 53, These two numbers are also reverse of each other, but if we subtract 35 out of 53, the answer is 18, which does not end with a 2. So that's why we will select option C over here. This is the only correct option. So their house numbers are 19 and 91. Question number 25. Yesterday, Sidra went to see a special exhibit at an art museum. She left her house at 6:26 a.m. It took Sidra 34 minutes to walk to the subway station. Sidra rode the subway for 1 hour and 4 minutes and then walked 12 minutes to the art museum. What time did Sidra arrive at the art museum? Option A is 8:10 a.m. Option B is 8:16 a.m. Option C is 8:26 a.m. and option D is 8:36 a.m. So Sidra took 34 minutes to walk to the subway station and she rode the subway for 1 hour and 4 minutes, which is equal to 64 minutes. And then she walked 12 minutes to the art museum. So the total time which she has spent for these three activities is 110 minutes. Now let's convert minutes into hours, which is equal to 1 hour and 50 minutes. As she has left her house at 6:26 a.m., so after 1 hour and 50 minutes of 6:26 a.m., the time will be 8:16 a.m. So we'll select option B here. The Sidra will arrive at the art museum at 8:16 a.m. Question number 26. A box contains 13 blue, 13 red and 13 green marbles. You cannot see into the box. What is the minimum number of marbles you must take out to guarantee that you have at least one of each color? Option A is 3 marbles, option B is 14 marbles, option C is 27 marbles and option D is 39 marbles. So here we have to tell that how many times we need to take out the balls or marbles out of the box to make sure that we have picked up the balls or marbles of each color. Now, let's suppose we have taken out 13 balls and all the balls are of same color. Let's suppose an example that we have taken out the 13 balls and all the balls are of maybe blue color. Then we have to take out the more balls. So we have taken out the balls 13 times more. And this time there is probability that the next 13 balls are maybe of red color. So we have taken out 26 balls, out of which 13 balls are blue and 13 are red. We have to make sure that we take out the ball of the green color as well. So for that purpose, we have to take out the ball 27th time. So this time in our example, the first 13 balls may be of blue color, next 13 are maybe of red color. So we have to take it out for 27th time. So this time our 27th ball will be of green color. So we can say that we will have to take out the balls 27th times to guarantee that at least one of each color is taken out. So I'll select option C over here, 27 marbles. Question number 27. A homeowner installs 24 solar panels rated at 320 watt each. If they receive 5 hours of peak sunlight daily, how many kilowatt hours are generated in a 30-day month? There are 24 solar panels. Each capacity is 320 watt and they work in the 5 hours of peak sunlight daily. So we will multiply these three numbers to find out the total power that can be generated in one day. That is 38,400 watt hours. So we need our answer into kilowatts hour. So we will divide the number by 1000. That is equal to 38.4 kilowatts hours. Now we have to see that how much power is generated in 30 days. So we'll multiply our answer by 30. That is equal to 1152 kilowatt hours, which is our option A. Question number 28. If 3 cats catch 3 mice in 3 minutes, how many cats are needed to catch 100 mice in 100 minutes? Option A is 3 cats. Option B is 10 cats. Option C is 30 cats. And option D is 100 cats. So here, according to the conditions, 3 cats catch 3 mice in 3 minutes. It means that they work together and they catch 1 mouse in 1 minute. How? It's actually that in 3 minutes they catch 3 mice. It means they are catching 1 mouse in 1 minute. So now how many cats we need to catch 100 mice in 100 minutes? So we can say if they catch 1 mouse per minute, in 100 minutes they are going to catch 100 mice. So we need the same number of cats to catch 100 mice in 100 minutes. We do not need extra cats. So we'll select option A over here, 3 cats. Question number 29. Two trains start from station P and Q 300 kilometers apart towards each other. Train from P moves at 50 kilometers per hour while the train from Q moves at 40 kilometers per hour. A bird starts flying from P at 60 kilometers per hour towards Q, turns back upon reaching Q and repeats. What's the total distance the bird travels before the trains meet? Option A is 180 kilometers. Option B is 200 kilometers. Option C is 240 kilometers. Option D is 300 kilometers. So the speed of train P is 50 kilometers per hour and the speed of train Q is 40 kilometers per hour. So we are going to find out the relative speed of the both trains, which is equal to 90 kilometers per hour. Here, the time interval that will be taken by the both trains to meet is equal to distance divided by relative speed. The distance is 300 kilometers and the speed is 90 kilometers per hour. When we divide it, we get 10 by 3 hours, which is actually equal to 3 hours and 20 minutes. Now, according to the next condition of the question, a bird flies from P at 60 kilometers per hour towards Q and turns back upon reaching Q and repeats. So here, the bird's speed is 60 kilometers per hour and we have to find out that how much distance it has covered before the both trains meet. That will be calculated by multiplying the speed of the bird by the time when both trains meet. So that is 60 multiplied by 10 by 3, which is equal to 200 kilometers. So here we'll select option B. The total distance that bird travels before the both trains meet is equal to 200 kilometers. Question number 30. A town's population increases by 10% in the first year, decreases by 20% in the second year, and increases by 30% in the third year. If the final population is 28,600, what was the original population? Option A is 20,000, option B is 22,000, option C is 25,000, and option D is 28,000. So here, let the initial population be P. In the first year, there is an increase of 10% of the population. As we have mentioned, the initial population is P, so we will add 10% of P into the initial population, which is equal to 1.1 P. After second year, there is a decrease of 20% in the population. Now the current population is 1.1 P, so we are going to subtract 20% of the population, so that is equal to 0.88 P. Now our current population is 0.88 P. After the third year, there is a increase of 30% in the population. So that's why we will write 0.88 P, which is the current population, and then 30% of the current population, which is equal to 1.144 P. It is mentioned in the question that the total population is 28,600. So we can just put 1.144 P equals to 28,600. Now we will move 1.144 on the other side of the equal, which will divide 28,600, and in this way we will get the value of P, which is equal to 25,000. So we'll select option C here. The original population is 25,000. Thank you so much for watching the video. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe the channel.